Hi, I'm Donnie Bryson. Welcome to another edition of our treatment of the Assembly of God Sunday School lesson. Today's lesson is for June the 14th, 2026. The title of today's lesson is Wisdom for Work and Rest. Our text is taken from Proverbs 14:23, Proverbs 18:9, Proverbs 23, 4 through 5, Proverbs 24:27, and then 30 through 34. Ecclesiastes 1 through 3. Ecclesiastes 2, 4 through 23. Ecclesiastes 5 and 12. Ecclesiastes 9, 7 and through 10. And Ecclesiastes 11, 1 through 6. And Ecclesiastes 12, 13 and 14. We're continuing on with our look at work and rest in the Christian life. Proverbs 14 and 23. All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. This reminds me of the old saying, talk is cheap. Oftentimes, folks will spend time talking about fantasies instead of working toward a meaningful goal. Proverbs talks about this in Proverbs 12 and 11, which states, those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasies have no sense. Proverbs 18 and 9, one who is slack in his work is brother to one who destroys. We have two ways of destroying our resources. We can destroy by actively demolishing it. We can also destroy it by not maintaining and doing upkeep. Letting things go is usually slower, but the result is just the same. Proverbs 23, 4 and 5. Do not wear yourself out to get rich. Do not trust your own cleverness. Cast but a glance at riches, and they're gone. For they will surely sprout wings and fly off to the sky like an eagle. Money and assets should only be used to maintain ourselves and our loved ones. It's not the source of your worth. Paul told Timothy in 1 Timothy 6 and 9 and 6, 9, and 10, those who want to get rich fall into temptation and a trap and into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Some people, eager for money, have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. Proverbs 24:27. Put your outdoor work in order and get your fields ready. After that, build your house. Now, this is sound advice. Prepare before you jump into anything. Now, let's focus on spiritual tasks. If you're called to preach or be a Sunday school teacher, make sure you study and prepare yourself by studying the Bible. 2 Timothy 2:15 says, study to show yourself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Proverbs 24:30 through 34. I went past the field to a sluggard, past the vineyard of someone who has no sense. Thorns had come up everywhere. The ground was covered with weeds, and the snow wall was in ruins. I applied my heart to what I observed and learned a lesson from what I saw. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man. A person can become financially ruined by their laziness. Their resources are destroyed, material not replenished, and opportunities missed. The Bible is clear. We should do all we can to take care of ourselves and our responsibilities. Ecclesiastes 1 through 3. The word of the teacher, son of David, king of Jerusalem. Meaningless, meaningless, says the teacher. Utterly meaningless. Everything is meaningless. What do people gain from all their labors at which they toil under the sun? The teacher or preacher, as it is in some versions, is koheleth in Hebrew. The word focuses on the aspects that the writer gathers a congregation for a meeting. It could also have been translated as assembler. Now, stating meaningless twice, or as the King James Version says, vanity of vanities, is a Hebraism of saying complete and utter meaningless. Ecclesiastes 5 and 12. The sleep of a laborer is sweet, whether they eat little or much. But as for the rich, their abundance permits them no sleep. Now, this is talking about when folks are so wrapped up into money that they worry and fret about it all the time. Money can make you miserable if you let it. Resting after a good day's work sure is a blessing. Ecclesiastes 9, 7 through 10. Go, eat your food with gladness, and drink your wine with a joyful heart. For God has already approved what you do. Always be clothed in white, and always anoint your head with oil. Enjoy life with your wife, whom you love, all the days of this meaningless life that God has given you under the sun, all your meaningless days. For this is your lot in life and your toilsome labor under the sun. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. For in the realm of the dead, where you're going, there's neither working nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom. This is great advice. Enjoy life. Enjoy and spend time with your family. That doesn't mean never work, but do everything in moderation. Ecclesiastes 11, 1 through 6. Ship your grain across the sea. After many days you may receive a return. Invest in 7 ventures, yes, in 8, and you do not know what disaster will come upon the land. If clouds are full of water, they pour rain on the earth. Whether a tree falls to the south or to the north, in the place where it falls, there it will lie. Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. As you do not know the path of the wind or how the body is formed in a mother's womb, you cannot understand the work of God, the maker of all things. Sow your seed in the morning, and at evening let your hands not be idle. For you do not know which will succeed, whether it is this or that, whether both do equally well. This is great advice. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Things can change. Take it from someone that is 69 years old and done a lot of different things. I thought I was going to make a living doing a lot of different things. Things change. Thank God I didn't put all my eggs in just one basket. Young people, take Solomon's advice. Have multiple plans. Have a plan B, a plan C, a plan D, just in case. Ecclesiastes 12, 13 through 14. Now all has been heard. Here is the conclusion of the matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, and this is the duty of all mankind. For God will bring every deed into judgment, including every hidden thing, whether it is good or evil. Here we see our ultimate responsibility. Fear God and keep his commandments. Put God first in your life. Don't work all the time, and don't be lazy and never work. Work with good sense, but most importantly, put God first in your life. Couple concluding thoughts. First, don't be lazy and a loafer. Second, don't work all the time. Enjoy life. Make sure you take time out for serving God. Third, wealth isn't the goal. Well, friends, good Lord willing, I'll be back with you next weekend.